Hello everyone, Mihaela here at Yago Yoga. Welcome to today's core stability class, and it's the final in our beginners course. We're going to put everything that we learned together. So remember to subscribe if you haven't already to learn something new every single week. Now, all you're going to need for today's class is your towel, your water, mat, and of course a strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, anything like a long sock or a belt, perfect. Same thing. So let's get started. Now, in the middle of your mat, looking at your beautiful feet, take them slightly apart, hip width apart. 2 fists might help to measure the distance between them, taking the heels slightly out, planting them firmly on the mat, and then taking the toes off the mat, and then planting the big toe, the baby toe, allowing the body weight with the knees gently bent to settle both front and back on the feet. Keeping a soft bend in the knees, take the pelvis slightly forward. So you might want to tilt back like a duck and check to see how that compresses the lower back, and then a slight tuck that you should feel on the inside, the pelvic floor lifting a little bit, that muscular area between your legs. And you should also feel it in your lower abdominals. If you tap slightly underneath your belly button, you'll feel a little bit of tone. That's a good sign. Then bringing the breastbone in slightly, and then the shoulders up, back and down. So we can do this a couple of times because shoulders love to stay rolled forward. Beautiful. And then opening the eyes of the elbows towards me, you'll see that this beautiful rotation of the arms keeps the shoulders nicely elongated along the collarbones. So keep the palms active as the feet, the fingers as active as the toes. And then a slight dip of the chin, just to feel a little lift at the base of the head, like you're being lifted up high by an invisible thread along your spine. So a nice elongation along the spine. And then allow a gentle sway to bring the whole body around the center of gravity. So our physical center of gravity. Allow yourselves to feel the left side working, the right side releasing, right side working, left side releasing. Same from the front and the back of the body. If there are any particular micro moves that your body is inviting you to make, feel free to make them. Slight shoulder rotations, hip rotations, anything really. Remember, this is you coming home to your body, the first layer, and then to your breath. So any adjustments that allow you to feel more comfortable, to make the sway be itself, be spontaneous, make them. This is your moment. Beautiful. And then ever so slightly bring your attention to your breath. Notice the natural flow of the breath. Don't need to make anything with it right now. Don't need to slow it down. You just need to be aware of it. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. And you might have noticed, once you brought your attention to it, your breath slowed down just a tiny bit, and your sway slowed down just a tiny bit as well. And you might notice that your body feels a little bit more spacious, that that your breath feels a little bit more spacious. And now breathe into the belly, the front and the back, the left and the right side of the rib cage, the chest and the throat. And you don't need to do that all at once the first time I cue it. Feel free to work on the 3 areas at your own pace. And as you witness the air coming in, stay with it as it goes out as well. And notice after each exhale, there's a natural pause. And in that natural pause, you glide very softly, very gently. And you might feel like you're coming to a moment of beautiful stillness, beautiful calmness, beautiful awareness and presence. I'm using the word beautiful, but it might actually be very intense. Still beautiful. Whatever it is to you, just notice that moment. That beautiful pause at the end of the exhale is your energetic center. Now that we have the center of gravity and the energetic center is active, let's keep the same practice of body and breath awareness throughout our sun salutations. Now the first round will be a little bit more mindful, going a little bit more slowly. The second round will be a little bit more flowy. So meet me at the top of your mat. Breathing in, bringing the hands up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, the right knee down. Inhale, look forward, tuck the tailbone in, open the eyes of the elbows towards the front of the mat, stay on the tips of your fingers. Breathe in, plant the palms down, starfish fingers, really nice active fingers, really nice active heels and toes. Beautiful. Tailbone is tucked. Inhale in, plank. Exhale, slowly, knees down to the mat. Shift the body weight slightly forward, extend the front of the feet down, lower down, chin, chest, keep the bum up high, roll the shoulders back. Beautiful. And then inhale, pressing the pubic bone down, thighs down, feet down, knees are off the mat. Inhaling in cobra. Exhale, forehead down, and we go mindfully. We come up in table first and then in down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the right foot forward, bring the left knee down, open the eyes of the elbows, look forward and smile. That's the start of your practice. Breathe in, step the left foot forward, and on an exhale with a straight spine, pressing through the four corners of the feet, come up into mountain. Inhale in mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Keep the knees generously bent. Remember, it's your first forward fold. Let's not shock the hamstrings. Open the eyes of the elbows. Soft part towards the front of the mat. Look forward. Tailbone is tucked. Breastbone is in. Elongating the distance across the collarbones. And then bringing the starfish fingers down to the mat. feeling those beautiful four corners of the palms, not just at the feet, keeping the heels active, toes active, tailbone in, breastbone in a power plank. Beautiful. And if you want to roar here, roar. Beautiful. And then bringing the knees down, we are exhaling, chin, chest, keeping the elbows magnetized towards the body. Sometimes they want to splay out like this, keeping them magnetized so that we have the upper body engaged. And then inhale in cobra, opening the heart forward, chin slightly to chest so that we elongate along the back of the neck, knees off the mat, thighs engaged. Forehead down, we come up into table and then up in down dog, bringing the left foot forward, right knee down, pressing through the right foot, pressing through the left foot, knee over ankle, always knee supported by ankle, rotating the eyes of the elbows, tailbone is in, and again we are elongating through the back body, our spine, breathing in and exhale, nice strong core, stepping the right foot forward, pressing through the four corners of the feet, coming up. Inhaling there and exhaling, folding forward, right leg back, right knee down, and we're looking forward, opening the heart. Again, a little smile. You know, smile works from the outside in as well. So let the body smile, let the breath smile, let the mind smile. Step the left foot back into high plank, keeping the hips up high. If it's a little bit too challenging, we can bring them level. However, avoid lowering like this. You'll feel it in your lower back in no time. Inhale there, exhale, knees down on the mat, keeping the elbows nice and close to the body. Beautiful, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale in, cobra, opening the heart forward, forehead down, pressing through active arms, lifting through active feet and legs in down dog. Beautiful. Inhale there, exhale, step the right foot forward, left knee down on the mat, look forward. Nice long spine, lifting through the back of the head. Step the left foot forward, exhale. Nice engaged core on the exhale, you'll feel it working, stabilizing the trunk. Inhale there, lengthen the torso. Exhale, fold forward, step the left foot back, left knee down, open the shoulders, look forward, nice gentle smile, pressing all the knuckles of the fingers down onto the mat, and again our power plank. Beautiful. No core class without a power plank. Now you can separate the legs a little bit wider. Good. You can roll a little bit front and back. It's our fourth power plank in our sun salutes. We can really give ourselves the time to open those shoulders, keeping a micro bend in the elbows if you know you've got hypermobile elbows. Breathe in, exhale, knees down and lean forward, chin, chest down, rolling the shoulders back. And inhale, pressing the pubic bone down. We're pressing with the thighs, pressing with the front of the feet, and lifting from the upper back. Chin to chest. Exhale, forehead down. We're bringing ourselves up to table, down dog. Inhale, bring the left foot forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the right foot forward. And inhale, come up. Beautiful. Inhale there in mountain. Now I want you to bring your hands up. When you bring the hands up, watch what your shoulders do. Do they go up like that? And if they do, roll them back onto the ribcage. and bring the breastbone in. Beautiful. And then bend the knees a little bit, rotate the thighs out, and then press back through the knees, lift through the kneecaps, lift through the thighs, tailbone is tucked. Beautiful. And feel your whole body engaged from head to toe in extended mountain. We're going to stay there, just slowly swaying in our lines of force. Continually feel the four corners of your feet. And as you feel the four corners of the feet around the sway, notice the front part of the legs tone, the back part of the legs tone, the glutes, the bum. Get nice and active. Lower abdomen, pelvic floor, get active. Beautiful. And you might notice your shoulders are a little bit screaming at you. Gentle micro rotations to massage those beautiful joints, but keeping the elbows nice and straight, keeping the fingers active. Inhale there. Exhale, bend the knees generously. Bring the hands down to the mat. Bring the right hand onto the left foot. Keep the right knee bent. Extend a little bit the left knee and then open in a twist towards the left. Beautiful. And as you twist from the torso, find a little bit more space in your rib cage. Beautiful. Now press through the four corners of the feet. Lift through the four corners of the palms. Hands active, feet active, legs active, arms active. Bringing everything back to center. Inhale there. Bring the hands up along the thighs in halfway lift. Exhale, bring the left palm to the right foot. And now I want you to keep the left knee slightly bent. Extend through the right leg. Draw a line along the collarbone and twist towards the right. Now I want you to press the right foot down, lift through the kneecap, through the thigh, and really activate the muscles on the right leg, the right hand, the right arm. Once those muscles are nice and active, you'll feel you have a little bit more space. Bringing yourself back to the center. Bringing the hands along the thighs, looking forward slightly and then chin to chest. Beautiful. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the hands up. Beautiful. Now we're taking the strap because we need it to open our shoulders a little bit more. Keep it about 1.20 meters. Let's say as in a V. Go full YMCA here. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands level to the floor, parallel to the floor. Inhale, take them back as low as you can without propping the chest. So keeping the shoulder blades onto the rib cage. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. In the meantime, the legs are not on holiday. We're keeping the big toes active, we're keeping the baby toes active, we're keeping the heels slightly out, we're keeping the thighs rotating outwards. Inhale again, and exhale back. Beautiful. Keeping the breastbone in, and you're going to see why when we get to the pit pose. Now, we bring the hands up inhale there. Exhale, we go sideways. Now the right hip goes towards the right, left hip goes towards the left. Now we keep the arms engaged, we keep the upper back engaged, we keep the upper abdominals engaged. And now we are activating the obliques. So we did this twice on each side to flow. And now let's stay right hip towards the right, left hip in, slightly in and up. And let's pulse a little bit in our obliques. You will feel the middle area of your trunk and the right side get nicely active. It's going to open. Just micro movements, 1 centimeter, not more. Even smaller, 0.5 centimeter. And you can look up or you can look to the front. Beautiful. Have you found the side obliques? Have you found the core? Let's try the other side. So left side, left hip, not an exaggerated collapsing on the opposite side, but really extending up and out. What we do in triangle. And now the left side is working, but also the very middle part of the trunk might be getting a little bit hotter. That's how I feel mine. If you draw a line right in the center of your trunk, where your layers of abdominals are, you'll feel them get nice and hot. Beautiful. Now keep the hands active, keep the elbows active. No floppy hands, no floppy elbows, shoulders away from the ears. Nice strong shoulders, nice strong core. And of course, the legs are still working, the tailbone is still in, the 4 corners of the feet are planted. Beautiful. We are living our empowered bodies. And bring yourselves back to the center. Allow the strap to take a break. And now, if you want to shake the fingers a little bit, I felt my thumbs there, breathing in and exhale, taking the tailbone back, sitting in those chairs. Inhale. Now remember, knees behind the toes, you need to see your toes. Gentle pulsations here. And a slight sway. And you'll be like, oh my God, look at this. Such a tiny movement, but such a big effect. Now the sway and the bounce allows you to do 2 things. The first one is, can you feel your feet going a little bit deeper into the mat? If not, you need to put a little bit more energy in there. Spring from the muscles of your thighs. So it's not a mechanical bouncing in the joint of the hips. It's actually keeping the joints of the hips and the knees open and bouncing from the muscles of the thighs. It's like a spring effect. Feet go deeper, muscles go longer. We grow taller. And it's a beautiful feeling. And now with the sway, you're bringing the whole body around the center of gravity. So if you have a tendency to lean either too far backwards, too far forwards, bringing the tailbone in, bringing your breastbone in, allows you to stabilize your trunk. You'll feel the core and also go around the body with full awareness. To distribute the body weight front and back, left and right. Beautiful. Breathe in, bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the side of the left knee. Now, right hip back to keep the hips level. Stay there. And we're gonna stay here for 3 breaths, finding the pause at the end of the exhale. What we're doing now is 2 things. Activating our lines of force, arms and legs, spine, and staying in our energetic center. Now keep pressing through the fingers, opening out across the collarbones. Inhale back to center. Exhale, elbow to the outside of the right knee, left elbow, pressing through the fingers up. And now again, check to see that the knees are in line. Shoulders back. And again, find your pause at the end of the exhale. Inhale back to center. And now we're not leaving the chair. We're tilting forwards, coming up onto our tippy toes and bringing the hands back. And I know it's difficult. Connect to your breath. And those beautiful, strong lines of forces. Your legs, your arms, your spine, your core, and you're in the energetic center. Stay there for 2 more breaths. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Heels to the ground, breathe in, and we're bringing ourselves up to mountain. Beautiful. Now, separate the feet wider than the shoulders. Toes out, thighs rotating outwards. Pressing through the 4 corners of the feet. Give yourselves a nice shimmy. Allow the 4 corners of the feet to plant down. Arches lift. Kneecaps lift. Thighs lift. Breathe in. Bring the palms to face me into beautiful star pose. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale there. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to come up onto the tippy toes. Reach out from the armpits, along the arms, through to the index fingers. And inhale. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, full trunk force, core power. Up. Inhale down. And a final time, exhale up. Beautiful. Open up across the chest, heels down. Gorgeous. Now inhale there. Exhale, bend the left knee a little bit more than the right, and we're going to take flight in balancing star on one side. Inhale there. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Bringing the right foot down. Again, more or less where it was before. Then we're bending the right knee, activating the right thigh, right calf, and we're taking flight on the right side. And you're gonna see in a short while why we're doing this again. Checking in with your balance so early on. Now, meet me on the left side of your mat. Stepping out with the right leg, breathing in, rotating the right foot out, left foot in, heels in line, rotating the thighs out, hips to face me, cowboy hips, nicely parallel to the left side. Breathing in, bringing the hands up, exhale, bring the hands out. Now on the next inhale, bring the hips towards the right. So right hip goes in and up, left hip goes out and up. Inhale there, exhale, bring the right hand a little bit up, extend along the right side of the body. Inhale there, exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Just as far as the exhale will take you. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, hold a little bit deeper. Now keep the thighs rotating outwards, keep the hips open. Exhale a little bit more. Tailbone in, and we're going to stay here, just pulsating again. And you're going to feel your pelvic floor nicely stabilizing the trunk. Tailbone is in, thighs are working. You can put a micro bend in your front knee if it gets a little bit too much for the front leg, but do check in with how much body weight you're activating through the back leg. Inhale there, lengthen the right side and then bring the right palm down. Keep the right shoulder open, keep the left shoulder open away from the ears, and we are slowly, again, in micro moves, getting our trunk active, staying with our breath. And now's the time to tap into the rising energy in our rib cage. So on the next pause, at the end of the exhale, start focusing on the spaciousness in your inhale. Find the center and then the space. And that might make you to do a lot of micro moves. Allow the body to arrange itself. Inhale, bring the right hand up, left hand towards the right, like a bit like a YMCA hands and arms. And we stay here, rotating our torso slightly, breathing into the rib cage. Looking up. On the next inhale, bringing ourselves back to the center, bringing the right foot in, rotating on the left heel out, giving ourselves a nice little shimmy, planting the outside of the back leg, just allowing the weight to be equally anchored down through the legs. Bringing the hands up, exhale out. You can bring the palms up just to allow the shoulders to open a little bit more, and then rotate just the palms down. And we're inhaling again, hips go in and up, out and up. Tailbone stays in, breastbone stays in. Now we're going up and over on the left side, so we're extending the left side. And again, we're finding that beautiful space by breathing a little bit in the belly, more so in the rib cage. Imagine you want to puff up your t-shirt, front and back, left and right. Feel the intercostals spread, expand, but resist the temptation of propping the breastbone. Keep the breastbone in, that will only give you more space. And on the next exhale, bring the left palm down, right hand up. And we continue with the gentle pulsations, gentle micro moves. Lifting the torso from the tone of the obliques. And it's not only the tone of the obliques, you might actually feel a whole line of activation along the obliques, down through the back leg. You'll feel it in your hip flexors, your psoas muscles, your thighs, your calves, down into your right foot. That's a good sign. And again, if it gets too much on the front leg, you can keep a micro bend. If not, press down, lift through the kneecap, lift to the thigh. Breathing in. On the exhale, bring both palms to face each other. And again, we're putting a little bit more weight on our core to lift. But we're also focusing on staying connected to the breath. You might find that you have to move a little bit slower. That's okay. Breathe in and gently pressing down through four corners. Bring the left foot in. Now arrange the body. Give yourself a nice full body shimmy. You might feel like you have a bit more space to the sides of the body, which feels awesome. Rotate on the right leg. Bring the palms up. And again, we're leveling the hips. Nice shimmy. Front, back leg are evenly taking the weight. Also, the front part of the body, back part of the body is nicely centered. So you can pull the trunk front and back a little bit just to see how it feels when it's not aligned. Breathe in and then exhale. Bend the right knee and we're gonna just inch it forward. And as we inch forward, we pull back slightly. So bending the knee a little bit more, pulling back with the left hand, feeling the left side of the trunk, get our spine nicely centered. So it's that keeps us in an active trunk. So we're not letting the right leg especially dominate the posture. We're keeping the back leg engaged, we're keeping the left side of the body engaged, we're keeping the shoulders open, parallel to the left side of the mat. We're looking at the middle finger on our right hand and we're gently pulsating again, moving in micro moves in two places. First is our thighs and our hips. We're lifting from the power of our muscles and then pressing gently back to keep the spine centered. And it's a very sweet spot and you'll feel the elongation of the spine. And it's a beautiful space to tap into the spaciousness of the rib cage, but also the lightness of the inhale. So feel how light, how effortless, how natural the breath feels. And if it feels a little bit hectic, allow it to be hectic. Just keep your awareness to it and you'll soon find it slowing down and opening out. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, take the tailbone back and we're gonna go into, it's like a half goddess. We have the full goddess today as well. Gently lifting from the core. You're gonna feel a little bit more tone on the inner groin. Again, keep the pose dynamic. Shoulders away from the ears. Elbows nice and straight. Big toes active, baby toes active, heels active. Everything is working, but it's working harmoniously. It's in alignment. Nothing wrong with a strong sensation. Breathe in. And on the exhale, like a superhero. I want to say like a giant bear. So like a superhero. Exhaling. I've completed my task. Mission achieved. Now heels in line, rotating the left hip out. Again, giving yourself a nice shimmy to allow the hips to come level pelvis. Tailbone in, feeling the draw up to the pelvic floor. That's nice energetic muscular space between the legs. Checking to see that your heels are in line, or the front heel to the middle of the back foot arch. Palms down, opening out to the side. And again, we're bending the left knee, but we're pulling back with the right hand. And as we're pulling back, we notice the spine is like, ooh, I have a bit more space. Because when we're bringing it into alignment, all the vertebrae go into their own beautiful places. They align and they can extend with the help of the muscles along the spine. So again, we are gently pulsating, lifting from the thighs up. Pinkies towards the back wall, just to give you that nice engagement along the outside of the arms. A little bit more openness along the collarbones. Thighs rotating outwards, keeping the trunk nicely centered. Sometimes we go too far back, sometimes we go too far forward. Allow the back hand to guide the move and allow the muscles on the right side to stay nicely engaged. They want to take that weight so badly. All the body wants to do is share the load. That's what we naturally want to do. Beautiful. Breathe in, bring the hands up, and on the exhale, bring the tailbone slightly back. Keep it tucked in a little bit. It's like you want to go in a half fold on the left side. And again, we're lifting from the center of our trunk. I don't want to get too technical with the names, but you'll feel the layers of abdominal muscles right around your navel area just beautifully warm up, if they're not already warmed up. This is definitely going to do it. Now keep the thighs engaged, keep the kneecaps engaged, keep the calves, the four corners pressing down. Inhale there and then come up. Beautiful. And now give yourself a nice little shimmy. Feet are about 3 to 4 feet apart. Again, bring the heels slightly in so that you have a little bit more space to activate the pressing down of the heel, the pressing down of the big toe, pressing down of the baby toe, and then you bring the tailbone in, you rotate the thighs out, you bend the knees, and you just stay here in goddess. Breastbone in, lengthening through the back body, the back of the neck. Beautiful. And first we're going to keep the hands onto our knees, a little bit just touching. And we're just going to work with a beautiful spaciousness and lightness in our breath. Spaciousness and lightness in our hips. Spaciousness and lightness in our mind. Notice how focused you are, how there might be a thought coming in, but you're so focused on what you're doing, how you're breathing right now, that the thought just has the freedom to leave. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the hands up. Nice active arms. A gentle pulsation of the arms back, as if you're trying to bring the thumbs slightly back. Just working in the strength of our shoulders, our hips. Beautiful. Well done, guys. And now, beautiful review. Feel how strong your legs are. Do you feel how strong your arms are? Your hips, your shoulders? Are you aware of your breath? Gliding slowly in the pause at the end of the exhale. And then inhaling, feeling a nice lift in the rib cage, opening out to the sides, front and back. And that beautiful, effortless and light feeling of your life force, your prana, just powering you energetically. You are working energetically now. The body's getting the fuel, and you're the one mastering it. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths here. Breathing from pause to pause. Beautiful, moving in stillness. And exhale again. Nice, strong, focused exhale, pressing down to the four corners of the feet, lifting up. Beautiful, well done, guys. Now, bringing the palms together, rolling the shoulders. Let's give ourselves a nice, gentle sway in our hips, feeling how they feel. Just checking in with how they feel after that hip opening session there. You might feel like you're literally tapping into a new space in the body. Breathing in. And now exhale, hands on hips for stability. Again, imagine you're sitting down into the chair. Breathing in, exhale, take the right foot off the mat and send it back. Lower torso slightly, keep the heel engaged, toes towards the midline, and bring the hands up. Warrior 3. And that's our bit of balance. Inhale there. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Breathe in. Bend the knee a little bit more for a bit more force, a bit more strength. Press down into the mat. And exhale, bending the knee. We're not bringing the back leg down, we're bringing the palms down. So I want you to have full awareness of the arms and the legs. Then we're pressing through the pressing through the left leg, and we're opening the right hip out. So we're sending the bum back towards the left, and we're opening the right side out. And I brought my right hand onto my right hip bone. I brought my left palm slightly in. Now I'm going to open out the right palm. Open the torso. Press through the back leg into half moon. You can look down, you can look to the front, or you can look up. I got a long neck, so to me, looking down is my best experience of the pose at this moment. Breathe in. 1 more breath. You can keep a micro bend in your standing leg, but remember to press through it. You're constantly lifting through it. And exhale with control, bringing the right palm down, right leg down, bringing ourselves up into Anjali Mudra. palms together, elbows level. Nice gentle sway for 2 breaths. Noticing all the sensations in the body, but also all the sensations in the breath. Ground in your breath, flow in your breath, the space in your breath. And then we inhale, we bring the palms up. And exhale, we bring them down onto the hip bones and we sit in that chair. We allow the torso to come slightly forward just to balance out the body weight. And we step the left foot off the mat and we take it back. And we press back through the left foot. We let the torso come down slightly and then we bring the palms to the front. You can keep them on the hips for balance, keeping a micro bend in the right leg or lifting through the kneecap and thigh. Inhaling there, exhaling there. Inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, notice your beautiful space and engagement with it. And on the next exhale, bring the palms down. And again, you might want to bring the right palm more in a diagonal line with the right foot, just to create a wider base. I brought my hand onto my left hip bone. I'm taking my bum towards the right, hips open towards my left. And then I open out the left hand. And I'm in half moon, transitioning from warrior 3. It's a beautiful transition, but well done. It's not an easy one. It involves a lot of control. We're opening out the hips sideways while we're balancing in both postures. Inhale there, exhale with control, bringing the left foot down, palms again in Anjali Mudra, and we're there, giving ourselves a nice rotation around the hips. Giving ourselves many thanks to our bodies and our breaths for taking us here. Beautiful. Just got a wave of gratitude. Inhale there. Bring the hands up. And exhale, we come down to the mat for our boats. Now, taking the flesh off the sitting bones, breathing in, walking on the tippy heels, feet are engaged, leaning back until we feel, there it is, there's my balance, and then allowing the body to be organic. Now, there's a danger here, so I'm on my sitting bones, I'm on my sacrum. So, we need to press down through the sitting bones and keep that pressure down, nice and active. Using the hands against the thighs to rotate the shoulders up and back and down. Upper back is engaged, upper abdominals are engaged as well. Pressing through the heels. Taking the hands out, we're going to stay here, pumping ourselves for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 micro moves. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Inhale there, exhale, let's take the hands up. Let's straighten the legs. 1, 2, press up through the heels. 3, forward. Don't forget to breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 7 and 8. Bring the knees towards the torso. Take the big toes and then extend the knees. Keep pressing down and open the legs out. Keep a micro bend in the elbows, micro bend in the knees if you're very flexible. Shoulders rotated away from ears. Breathing here. And again, staying here for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Notice the pauses, notice the focus, notice the space, everything that you have in your body, in your breath, and most of all, notice the power and the stability, the balance, how aligned you are to it. Breathe in, bend the knees, and again with control, slowly and mindfully, bringing the palms underneath the shoulders. Inhale, pressing through the feet up in reverse table. And we're going to take it a little bit further, extending the legs in reverse plank. Beautiful. Tailbone is in, we're lifting the hips and we're lifting the hips up through the thighs and core. So avoid pressing up with the glutes. See what that does to my feet? It brings them out. Press the toes in. Lift from the thighs and the core. Looking up. Breathing into the rib cage, opening the heart. Feeling all that power in the body. Woo! Smiling to it, roaring to it, whatever it gets you to do. One more breath. Sorry guys, another one. It feels too good. And exhale, bringing the tailbone down, toes towards you. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, flow, folding forwards. Wherever the fold takes you, plant the palms, bring the chin to chest. And then give yourselves a nice little shimmy. Left and right, micro move, 0.5 centimeter. If someone were looking at you, they wouldn't know that you're moving. Keep extending the torso, lifting through the crown of the head, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing there. Exhaling, swooping. I don't think swooping is the right word, but moving the legs to the side, so that we are in table position, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders, interlacing the fingers, pinkies tucked in, breathing in, exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back. Inhale, bring the right leg up, toes towards the midline. Now, watch what your elbows have a tendency of doing, splaying to the side. Constantly bring them in. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the right knee to chest. Bring the forehead a little bit towards the knee, just a little bit. Check to see how your core feels. Check to see how your upper body feels. Are you lifting through the shoulders? Check to see how your left leg feels. Is it fully engaged? Inhale there. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, left foot up, toes towards the midline. It's our final inversion, guys. And exhale, knee to chest. Beautiful. Forehead slightly towards the knee. And again, pressing through the right toes, the right heel. Even if the heel is not touching the ground, it's still active. Lifting through the right kneecap. Getting it all together in the core, upper body and lower body. And left foot down, coming down onto the mat, extending the palms down onto the mat, extending the body down onto the mat. Elbows underneath the knees, pressing the palms back and opening the heart forward. Chin slightly towards the chest so that we are lifting from the base of the head, pressing through active thighs and active feet into Sphinx. And again, avoiding that glute over. The glutes are super big muscles in the body, so they have a tendency to take over. So let the thighs and the front of the feet, the pubic bone, ground themselves. Really press into the mat. And then imagine you're scrubbing the elbows back, opening the heart forward. Hands are active. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the right hand sort of like midway on the mat and left hand, turn towards the right. Take your right foot into half frog. We're giving the thighs a little bit of a nice extension. Shoulders as well. Chest as well. And exhale, switch hands. Right hand in. Beautiful. Keep the shoulders rotated backwards. Whenever I stop watching my shoulders, they always roll forwards. I'm like, hey guys, go backwards. And we're back. And then we're onto our backs. Nicely planting the palms down in a T. Inhaling, crossing the left leg over the right and slide. Twist towards the right, head goes towards the left. Breathing into the left side of the body now, that feels awesome. We're just staying there. And again, you can, if you want to explore this beautiful twist, that's a nice release on the lower back and on the intercostals. You can give yourselves a couple of micro lifts, micro moves, like you're gently releasing the left side of the body. You might feel all sorts of tingles, like the strings of a guitar that just keeps playing itself. Inhaling there, exhaling back to the center. And crossing the legs, crossing the right leg over the left. And lowering the knees down towards the left, head goes towards the right. And we're breathing now into the right side of the body. And again, just a couple of micro lifts of the legs to explore the region between your hips and your rib cage. And you might be feeling a lot of release in the lower and mid back. The upper part of the chest as well. That's the obvious opening. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Uncrossing the legs, allowing the feet to drop to the side. Palms face upwards. Breathing in. Exhale it out with a sigh. And another inhale. And let it out with a sigh. With the eyes closed, allow your attention to turn inwards. Check in to see how your body feels. And remember, you can make any adjustments. Whatever you need to make to feel the most comfortable that you can feel right now. Feeling the skin in contact with the clothes. Feeling the whole body in contact with the ground. The back body points of contact with the floor. Allowing the weight to drop onto the mat. And noticing the body's natural tendency for two things. One is to release, and two is to become still. Feel your body releasing its weight downwards and coming to a state of stillness. And in that stillness, you notice the breath keeps flowing. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. And it's like you're flowing in stillness. And as the breath keeps flowing, on the in-breath, you notice that beautiful aliveness, the life force coming in with a beautiful vibrancy. And you might be feeling tingles or shivers or beautiful lightness. Whatever it is, allow yourselves to feel the vibrancy of being alive. And then on the exhale, as you slowly come to the pause at the end of the exhale, notice the subtle control in your body, the coming to your energetic center with full awareness, a drawing in sensation, a release into stillness. And in that stillness, notice your presence radiating with that beautiful vibrancy and aliveness. Feel your life force and then radiate it. Allow yourselves to feel your inner light and your inner warmth on your skin, in your inner space, lighting you up. The way a sun rises above the sea, let your life force bring you to a place of radiating warmth, aliveness, vibrancy, and endless power. Allow yourselves to be the sun. Keep connected to your breath. Keep feeling all the sensations, to your mind, Noticing the space, the lightness, the body. The beautiful grounded power. And whenever you're ready, giving yourself a nice stretch, bringing the palms over the eyes, coming back to meet me in easy cross-legged. Thank you for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next course. If you've enjoyed it, if you've had any sort of experience you'd like to share, please write it below and be part of our wonderful yoga growing community. So thanks. I'll see you guys next time.